Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another Walking Dead Survivor stream here on the Listener YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host here, the Hot Patriot. For today's episode, we are going to talk about region relocation, and specifically how some people, on the third and final day of relocation here, still cannot relocate for some reason, which is crazy, honestly. I know there was some bugs in the 200s regions to begin with in this whole situation. I didn't realize it was still an issue in other places, like on the third day. Here's what it is. So yeah, I feel very sorry for those people because they're definitely going to get screwed. I do know one thing, which is that in the third day here, there was a lot of talk about how I guess people could not go out and get what they needed to get, basically, when it came to I'm going to try to say this now. Yeah, they cannot get region chief vetoes for any of the stuff. So basically, what you had was you had a bunch of accounts that were like newly created garbage being able to shift to that particular region and fuck over much better accounts, unfortunately, which really does suck, honestly, on that aspect of things because of the fact that now what you have is you have these like trash ass accounts that really should not be in these regions for the upcoming season, but now they're gonna be because the game's a bunch of stupid motherfuckers basically running the damn place. So, of course, now they're telling about this new version that's coming up. Ooh, look at this spectacular candy. Huh. Apparently, with the upcoming thing here, the announcement they put up here, when was this? Like 2 hours ago, for the upcoming update, they put a thing there to claim, which is 5 spooktacular candies. It says, unwrap the candy for a spooktacular surprise. I will wait and do that until after the fact because I'm not going to have it be a situation where I get fucked over on that one. Oh, somebody just pulled beta. That's what's crazy to me is like you have these people that are just like just now pulling the fucking beta and shit like that, and it's like, what? Like, it's fucking insane, dude. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Didn't realize there was 3 more days of the Halloween event here. Okay. Well, that gave me no long ranges, no nothing out of those 25. I got 2 short ranges, half hour of research speed up, an hour of training speed up, an hour and a half of construction speed up, 2 hours of healing, 3 wood piles, 5 tomatoes, 100k worth of bullets, 100k worth of meat, and 300k worth of water. Yeah, not super bad. Not great either, for that matter. Okay, this is a work cart one right now, so let's go ahead and do this real quick anyway. So I will do that and do the stuff later. Yeah, it's a good thing that was war cart grabs and not the other ones then, because that would have sucked if it was the opposite one. So let's see, this is badge, transmit, and stuff like that. Yeah, because the ones I don't want to fuck with right now would be the oh, motherfucker, I just realized that. I don't think it's going to be doing it anyway right now. I could be wrong, because I just realized I just grabbed a bunch of stuff from my flashlights and shit. So let's go back and give it to you after the fact, maybe. Well, I still have 100k or 100 mil, 150, 220, and 320 out of this one so far. Because I'm thinking if they're doing Tyrese and these ones are not, I don't know if they are or not this go around. Hopefully they do, and hopefully they'll just give it to you after the fact and just be like, oh, you already cracked these earlier. Like, okay, cool. Like, we'll still give it to you, basically. It'd be nice to be able to get some extra Tyreses and shit out of this. But I don't know if that'll happen or not. We will find out, though, at some point in the future. So Anyway, but yeah, what's fucking crazy though is how you have them fucking up so bad that it's like nobody could relocate in certain regions there. Yeah, that does suck, honestly, dude. I hope they do give those people a free pass on that one and let them go to wherever the fuck they want to go then too. It still is what it is, because I knew for a fact if I was in that situation, I ain't able to relocate to my secondary region. Like, I'd have been fucking pissed, dude, if I was stuck there for another season. Like I said, as it was, the new one I'm in right now is not. It's not super great, but at the same time, it's like it is what it is for the season anyway. I mean, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give like 233 an actual chance. Here's what it is, because I know somebody was on one of these chats either in the comment section, one of these chats the other day that I did, and was saying, you should give it all your go for and stuff like that. It depends, honestly. Basically, if things go the way they think the way I think they're gonna go, no matter what, I would be a second clan in a coalition, basically, or part of one anyway, I should say. And it just feels like, when you've put as much work as I have into this game, it feels like I should be able to get in the first clan, basically, if that makes any sense. Like, I might not be like one of these, pay to win people like everybody else is, but it's like, yeah, I put enough, like the fact that, well, here's the fact of the matter is, when they have people in that first one that is not even as good as my account is, and they're been there the same time period I've been there for, is what it is. Like, yeah, it's like kick their fucking ass out of the clan and invite me in, basically, is what it is there, Like, I'm not trying to be a dick and take somebody else's spot, but at the same time, it's like, these people are obviously, a dead account, or like, a barely, functioning account, whatever it is there. So it's like, if they're going to be that barely functioning thing for next season too, dude, like, what's the point of keeping them there as essentially a dead spot for, building and stuff like that, and for comms and shit, when you could easily have somebody like myself or somebody else for that matter in that space and actually have an active participant in most of the cases, what it is there. So I don't know. It is what it is. I do find it interesting though that this past Lines We Cross event in that region though, which was the first one I did with those people yesterday, that myself and somebody else from the secondary clans, or a secondary clan in that, actually took first and second respectively. I took second. The other guy took first, is what it was. I probably could have got first if I had been, in like certain places, I think is what it was. I'm not sure exactly how it ended up giving it to him and not me for like extra stuff or whatever. I don't know if it's because he was just in higher comms or what the hell it was there, but it was just weird. Like, it was very confusing. And my thought process on the whole thing was, it's like, it's whatever, dude. But yeah, it kind of sucks to know we went up against such a dead region yesterday that we didn't even get any encounters from anybody on that region, dude, in that time period that we were set up against them, is what it was. So, like I said, I have no idea if anybody was even there, or maybe other people were jumping out or something at the time we went in there. Who the hell knows? But it's kind of crazy, because it's like, you can't sit there and tell me this place is that fucking dead, honestly, dude. Like, it was just wild. So, getting a bunch of 34, bunch of cults again. Actually, the one thing I do appreciate with this, how they updated the stuff here in the last couple of months or whatever here, is now you actually have a situation where no matter what, you are guaranteed to get a better thing, is what it is here, of the various Eugene fragmentation and stuff like that for the abandoned, or no, it's not the abandoned. Yeah, it's Eugene abandoned is what it is there. So it'd be better abandoned things. So definitely worth it for sure. And like I said, I'm very, very happy that they did that stuff, because it used to be, it was a pain in the ass to get them. And now it's basically, even if you do like world event, like hits and stuff like that, you're like guaranteed to get them every so often, is what it is there. And I know I just did a couple there, is what it was. And I got a few back, is what it is. The only thing I dislike is like when you're at that certain point though, because what happens is they will end up giving you the highest one for what you're in. So if you want a 31 or whatever the case be, they'll give you the 34 instead, is what it is. So yeah, it kind of blows on that aspect. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait and see what happens here after the deal in a few hours, because I really, really want to see if, in fact, you end up having them change the shit up a little bit and will basically force in the Tyrese and the things, and whether that be the Tyrese fragments are going to be potentially in the actual flashlight boxes, or whether they'll be in the actual thing with the white and stuff like that. So, because it's not supposed to start until the 4th, technically speaking, but I'm wondering if they're going to do it early because of the maintenance update and stuff like that. So, again, that's why I'm not going to fuck with those candies yet, because I'm not so sure that those wouldn't have something cool in them, like, you know, potentially fragmentation or something like that. It's not in the game yet. And that's why I'm not going to open them until after that then, because I want to see if they're, you know, whatever then. It'd be cool if all of them were just like, you know, here's like 50 fucking long ranges or something like that a piece then. Because I'm giving you like potentially 250 long ranges or something like that. That'd be fucking awesome. Do I think that's what it'll be? Probably not. But that being said, it'd be cool if it was. So. But yeah, it'd be pretty sweet because we'll get Gabriel and company there, and then we got a few other things as well for that matter. So that'd be pretty slick. And then, yeah, overall, it's basically just coming down to being, I'm not even going to bother grabbing those dudes right now. I will wait and get those later. Yeah, because that was me fucking up earlier, just grabbing at the fucking shit today and not thinking about it. Because I'm just like, oh yeah, just grab them. And it's like, no, dude, wait. See if it's, you know, if when they update later, it'll be potentially Tyrese in those boxes then. Because if that be the case, then if that is the case, then it'll be a couple of my accounts will definitely get more Tyreses than others, because that first night I did open them, obviously, by accident. And then it was the other ones where I did not open them yet. So we shall see on that if they actually do end up getting a bunch of stuff then or not. Let's see these 25 right here. Okay, so that one was not great at all. Got 5 short ranges, an hour of research, 30 minutes of training, and 3 hours of construction, and then a bunch of other random junk. So, be nice if they allowed you to get what the fuck you wanted on that, but unfortunately that's not the case. So, semantics. One thing I do wish they would bring out for this game is like how they do it's like every season usually they'll do a 60-day thing for that, where they will give you the ability if you log in every single day for 60 days, they'll give you like different items and stuff like that. I wish they would do that, but instead of it being that, it was at least a month-long ruby collection thing, because that's the problem right now is they don't give you enough rubies. Prizes is what it is, because they only have that thing for like every few days, whatever it is then. Like it's like a few days of like a week or something at that point. Like it's maybe like a 3-day event or some shit like that. Whereas if it was an actual, you know, week-long event or like whatever event at that point, it would be much better off, because you would actually allow for people to be able to do what they need to do to get ahead in the game. And it would allow them, no matter what, when they're spending rubies during that month, to be guaranteed, like, you know, support at that point, versus, you know, they have to spend them during that couple of days and they might be out of rubies by then because they just spent like, and the thing that pisses me off is how they do them too, because it's like, even if it was just like a couple of weeks in a row or something that thing was active for, it would be nice, because it would allow you, like if they're going to do like, say like they're doing a bingo one week, right? And then it's like the week after that is when they do the Ruby Rush thing is what it is. They should have the fucking Ruby Rush during the bingo thing, because you know for a fact people are guaranteeing to spend X amount of rubies on these damn bingo cards. And the same thing with the knife events and stuff like that. It should be lining up with those events, if not be just active during that entire month, if nothing else. And then that way it's, you know, and it just reactivates like every like they just reactivate every month or so. What it is then. Actually, one game I really wish they'd bring back, they haven't brought back in, I think it's more than a year now is what it is. Probably a year and a half, actually, I'm thinking about it. It was I believe it was called Sharpshooter Andrea or something is what it was there. And what it was is it would be every single day you would be guaranteed one thing for it, and then you could buy others as what it was after the fact at like 1,000 rupees a piece or something. But the nice thing about that one was, I think this is why I took it away, is if you did it correctly, you could basically guarantee yourself a free bullet or whatever it was for the thing there, because you had different amounts of rubies you could get from it. And there was also like dogs and stuff too, for that matter. But the ruby counts were, I think the lowest one was like either 18 or 1900, and then everything other one was like 2000 or something like that. It cost like 2000 per bullet is what it was then. But the thing was, like, if you got at least one of those though, you either were getting a free bullet in most cases, or you were getting very close to a free bullet is what it was there. And like I said, I think that's exactly why I took it away, because they realized, like, oh, people are just, quote unquote abusing a system that we let them abuse is what it is there. So, or they're smart enough to take advantage of the system that we, kind of fucked up on when we did the counts is what it is there. I'm sure if they brought it back, they'd probably be like, oh, here's 500 rubies instead, or whatever the case be. Which, honestly, the amount of money they charge you for the different stuff, for extra stuff for the rubies and stuff, is way too fucking high anyway. Like, most of it should be at most like a few hundred rubies per thing, whatever it is, per ticket or per, Lucille game thing, whatever it is there for that. Instead, it's like 1,000 fucking rubies a piece, dude. And it's like, bitch, you don't even give me 1,000 rubies a day in most cases. Like, I'm lucky if I get 1,000 rubies a day off the fucking regular shit. It's like, yeah, how about you give me like fucking 2,000-3,000 rubies a day then, bitch? You want me to pay that much out then? Fucking douchebags. So, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the rest of this though. So, we shall see. We shall see. Hopefully it'll be something cool. But who the fuck knows right now? Yep, got a couple Eugene frags on that one. That's good. Oh, that's nice. Wait a minute. How the fuck? That didn't even make any sense. Super fucking weird. Anyway, shit, now I was trying to thought entirely. Oh yeah, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that happens then. And I should be getting some food tomorrow, because I talked to my sister last night and was like, hey, I'm gonna need some re-ups is what it is here. I was telling her why. It's like, yeah, because I'm almost out of food again. And she's like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I should be getting an order at some point, probably either tomorrow or the next day. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow, because I was going to make some burgers, some sausage burgers tonight, and then I found out the fucking packet that I took out of the freezer and put in the fridge is still mostly frozen right now. So if I had to put it in the microwave and like thaw the bitch out or something, just to get like a burger or something off of it. That's the only problem when those things freeze. They freeze like so fucking hard. It's like almost impossible to thaw them out properly to make them up. That's what it is. So I think if and when I do go to the butcher shop here this weekend, hopefully I can get to this weekend, it'll be, I'll get a few that are just unfrozen then is what it is. Do some sausage patties or something. It'll be as it was. I'm actually really pissed with Giant Eagle, because I had some of their sausage links in my fridge that I tried to make the other day. And every other motherfucking time I've ever done these things from like something like Aldi's and shit, they cook in like maybe like 5 minutes or so, maybe 10 at most. And these Giant Eagle ones were in my skillet for like at least 25 to 30 minutes, dude, and still did not cook all the way through. Like, I tried cooking them that way, and then I tried throwing them in the microwave a little bit to try to, basically nuke them that way. And they were still like, when I took like a little bite out of the end piece, they were still like just, it was pure fucking like reddish pink in the side, in the middle of it. There's what it is, dude. Where it's like still like pretty much raw. And it's like, how the hell is this still fucking raw when I've been cooking this at a right temperature for like a half fucking hour now is what it is, dude. And the thing is, like, because at one point I made sure that they weren't like being like, you know, frying against the pan and stuff like that. So what I ended up doing was I ended up taking a little bit of a little bit of warm water, that's what it was, and dumping that in there with them so that it would, you know, simmer and stuff like that. And it would basically like essentially boil them inside out, basically what it is there. It didn't even do that though. Like that was the worst thing. It didn't even bother doing that shit though. So like I think I might just have to toss that. I threw them in a baggie yesterday, but then I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna chuck those things, and then what I might do is I might try to do the rest of the package in the oven and just bake the motherfuckers and see if they bake through is what it is then. Like I did with that bacon that time. Because it should work, I think anyway. Or it could just be that these sausage links are so old because they've been sitting there for like a while now. I know they've been in there at least a month anyway. So they probably are too old as what it is. They probably are gone bad at this point, I'm guessing. As it is, I got some eggs in there that I'm probably going to chuck then too as well, because when I did the floating test of those the other day, the ones that were sitting out that I know for a fact are at least probably a few months old at this point as well, because I haven't eaten eggs in a while yet. Ironically enough, the dozen that my sister got me, I think it was at the beginning of I can't remember if it was the beginning of the month or in the last month actually. Those ones were still good because they were still in the box. At least the ones I had anyway were. They tasted fine to me. But yeah, these floating ones were, I think they're probably over the summertime is my guess at this point. Like it's probably like more like 2 or 3 months old, honestly. So unfortunately, I don't eat the shit the way I need to, and that's a problem right there, obviously, because it's allowing it to, you know, spoil basically. I know you can still use like quote unquote bad eggs, but they're not really like bad. Like I know you can use those things in like certain things or whatever. I'm just not going to fuck with them though, because, you know, last thing I want is to end up either, you know, inadvertently giving myself food poisoning or food poisoning someone else that I would give the shit to or whatever then. So I'm not even gonna fuck with that then if that be the case. I'll just take the hit on that one and be like, yeah, it was just a cost of living kind of thing is what it is or whatever. Which goes back to me having just, you know, start doing my shit is what it is there and making sure that I start eating what I'm buying in a timely manner is what it is then. So I'm not just like tossing food out. So I also need to start eating more healthy is what it is too, because I know a lot of the crap I'm eating now is just not good for me at all. And yeah, it's just not good at all, dude. Just not good stuff, not good food, not really some cases food at all for that matter. And of course you got piece of shit Democrats out there, because you got RFK make a announcement about, you know, doing away with like certain things in kids' lunches and stuff like that now at schools. If you were to get into Trump's administration, that's what it is. And of course, the media is portraying it like, oh my God, RFK is going to make kids starve now. And it's like, no, he's going to get rid of the fucking garbage that's in our fucking food supply, you dickheads, that you shouldn't be feeding these fucking kids in the schools. So, actually, I'd say, hell, feed that shit to the prisoners. It's like, might as well, dude, because it's like, yeah. Although, to be fair, is that cruel and unusual punishment? Like, knowing that you're giving these people fucking, like, potentially, like, poisonous chemical stuff? Or not? Because I'm not sure if that would break any laws or not on that one for the prison system and stuff. Probably not. I don't know. It depends. Because it's like, the thing is, though, if you're an inmate, do you really have any fucking civil rights anymore or any constitutional rights anymore? At least while you're locked up anyway? Because I think there is a law about that, honestly. So, it's hard to say, man. Who knows? I'm sure somebody would be out there as like a constitutional scholar bitching and moaning about it and be all like, of course they have rights. Like, this is why you can have riots and get your fucking shit done, because you're literally doing a list of demands or whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, it's also called terrorism, dude. Like, and ironically enough, some of the people were in there for that charge specifically. So that's the whole thing with that, those ballot boxes that I guess they were torching in the last few days there in Pacific Northwest and shit. Turns out it was probably most likely Antifa / pro-Palestine terrorism that was doing the shit. So, not surprised at all by that one. In fact, I'm surprised it's just now coming out that that was them, potentially. So, seeing as how we saw the exact same thing in 2020 when it was around election time and you had Biden and Kamala running, and you had, I was showing on Rumble the other day, it was Andy Ngo was talking about it. He was talking about, hey, look at this, return deal. Here's what it is. And it was like November 2020 there, and you had Antifa had staged, I forget exactly what it was. It was some kind of direct action thing, which is just a way for them to say terrorism without saying the word terrorism. And it was their little terrorist fucking get-togethers is what it is there. And they were basically bashing the shit out of a Democrats county board of elections, what it was there. Not board of elections, but the what do you call those places? Like the whatever is in the county there for like the main party, political party is what it is. It was the DNC version or Democrat version. Like they have the Republican one for GOP and stuff in places and whatnot for counties. I forget exactly what the actual terminology is. It's pissing me off that I can't think what it is offhand. But yeah, it's that, whatever that thing is. It's that, basically. They're like little headquarter things, what it is there. So. But yeah, that's the left for you in a nutshell, dude. It's they're a bunch of fucking piece of shit criminals. Like, what do you expect? I would expect them to act like piece of shit criminals, what it is. So, But unfortunately, people are surprised when that shit happens. It's like, yeah, dude, they're a piece of shit criminal. What the fuck do you expect? Literally. It's like, why would they act any differently? Like, how about actually arresting them and keeping them locked the fuck up for the terrorist charges they've already committed is what it is, dude. Like, seems like a pretty simple solution to me, honestly, but who am I? I'm just some guy on the fucking internet who gives out smart advice, honestly, in many cases. So, but yeah, fucking Dems are just fucking clowns, what it is, dude, for real. They'll never do what needs to be done to actually deal with the problem on their side of the political aisle, what it is there. Because they embrace it, dude. They use it for their fucking political gains, what it is in many cases. That's why you have all these hate hoaxes and shit like that everywhere. Like, seriously, how the hell is Jesse Smollett still walking free at this point, dude? When that guy literally tried to fucking create a goddamn race war in this country during Trump's administration, when he did the whole fake mega attack and stuff there. It's like, isn't that a life imprisonment sentence immediately for that kind of shit, dude? When you're like literally faking a crime that would have started a fucking actual war between races in this country. Like, pretty sure that should be automatic life imprisonment. And the fact that he's still walking free to this day is like, why? Like, seriously, like, why? Makes no logical sense, dude. Zero fucking logical sense at all. But that's the Democrat Party for you, man. They don't give a fuck. They will be the biggest hypocrite pieces of shit out there. So, but, yeah. So anyway, there's going to be, obviously, the maintenance update here in about 25 minutes, give or take. They're obviously handing out cool little candies right now, which are going to be surprise things. I don't know exactly what's going to be in them yet. So like I said, I will wait and crack them bitches open later. I'll also wait and get the, they put up a new code for the game. I'll use that one a little bit later as well after reset happens and go from there because I want to see if that's any indication of what may be to come when it comes to various stuff. Hopefully it'll be something cool. But who the hell knows? So, yeah, my plan right now, I think I'm gonna see. Like I was a little bit like second win kind of thing, which I think might have been from the fact that I ate some sugar earlier in the form of some ice cream is what it is. Now I'm kind of, yeah, I'm almost feeling like the tiredness, like all of a sudden just like, it's like that, you know how you get like the sugar high and then you get like that crash is what it is. I'm feeling that crash like just hit me right now is what it is, kind of a little bit, to where all of a sudden I'm now like super tired again. So yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, we shall see what happens though. Apparently the Dodgers won the World Series. After an incredible Game 5 comeback over Yankees. See, I think I would dispute that shit because if I was in the Yanks position there, I think it was the Yankees. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that have Mookie Betts in their team there. You literally had some fucking fan steal the goddamn ball out of Mookie Betts' fucking glove, dude, at the one ball field there. It's like, how the fuck are you gonna sit there and act like that's a okay thing to do, bro? Like that is some fucking straight out of Hollywood shit right there. Is what that is, dude. That reminds me of the fuck's that movie called? Or not movie. It was a TV series, Grounded for Life, back in the day in like 2000 maybe or so, give or take. It started that Donald Loge guy from the first Blade movie. He played the one like secondary vampire dude that was killed by Blade at the hospital later on. Is what it was there after he bit a doctor chick, and he yeah, it was like him and his kids and stuff went to the game, and then he was like flipping down his glove to like catch the ball, and it was like an end play ball or whatever. And the fucking people were all like, dude, give me the fucking ball, basically. And he's like, nah, bro. So yeah, it feels like some shit like that, honestly, dude, for real. Like it does. It really does. It feels like some dumbass shit like that, honestly. And it makes you seriously wonder, like, what the fuck, man? You know? So, at least in my opinion, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck, man? And yeah, people are fucking retarded, is what it is, unfortunately. And sad fact of the matter is, you can't fix stupid. I mean, you can deal with it accordingly, but you know, some people don't want to act like what the accordingly needs to be is what it is. Which sometimes it needs to be a little run down in the alleyway, if you know what I'm saying there. So obviously I'm kidding, but no, seriously, I am surprised though that fan in the Yankees game didn't end up Jimmy Hoffa style at that point though, dude, because we all know what happened to that motherfucker, where he was like disappeared, never found again, kind of thing. Which honestly, it might be that way though. That guy, I don't know. Sports fans are insane. I'll say it like that, dude. Especially like certain kinds of like football fans, like specifically like the Ravens fans and stuff like that. Those guys are out of their goddamn minds in many cases. It's like that one asshole here recently who beat the shit out of the guy for like no reason at all, because he just wanted to be a dickhead, basically, what it was there. And yeah, sure enough, that dude is now sitting in prison for being a dumb motherfucker because he quite literally like almost killed a guy, is what it was there. And then he finally is like answering for his consequence, or he's finally getting the consequences for his actions, what it is there. And it's like, good, he fucking should. Like, the guy should be, I forget how much time they actually gave the dude, but he should really be getting like, that's another kind of like a life sentence kind of thing. There's what it is. It's like, nah, bitch, like, throw this motherfucker away for life. Like, there's zero reason for his ass to be walking free again anytime soon. So, unfortunately, again, a lot of people don't want to, you know, do what needs to be done there and go that route and stuff, because it would actually mean solving a fucking problem in our society that is a bunch of like leftist nut types, is what it is there, that are the sports fans of society and stuff like that, that take it one or two steps too fucking far, is what it is, dude. And my biggest thing is like just the amount of like stupid shit these dudes do, when it's like, bro, like, really, come on now. It's like, imagine they put that much fucking effort into going out and, I don't know, voting, you know? Like, our country would be so much better off right now, and it wouldn't have all the douchebags and fucking power for decades in some cases. That's one thing I found the other day I was very disgusted by. I found out that supposedly only 48% of men actually vote in this country. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, and then some people were all like, oh, you can't, if you're not going to vote, you don't have any say or whatever it is there then. I agree with that fucking statement, dude. It's like, yeah, if you're not going to sit there and participate in the process to, especially the state level, to go out there and elect like a state rep or a state senator or something like that, or like even like school boards and shit, then you have no right to talk later on when those people that do get into power potentially fuck up your state is what it is because you didn't vote against them is what it is then. And the thing is, people always all like, oh, well, it's just one vote. My vote's not going to count for shit. Maybe not at a federal level, but it sure as shit does at the state level in a lot of cases, dude. And especially when you get down to like county level races and like different city council level races and stuff like that, like fuck yeah, your vote's going to count, dude. Like there's been entire races that have been decided on a fucking coin toss, for God's sakes, in some of these states because there's so few voters that go out there, dude. And so, yeah, your vote could be what changes the dynamic of the fucking state entirely then to where it goes from being, like this hard blue shit show to maybe now it's like a little bit more red for that election cycle. And then, wait another 5-10 years down the road or whatever, and you keep voting that same exact way or whatever, and your state progressively gets a little less blue is what it is then. Until eventually people actually start voting these fuckers out completely in like one fell swoop, what it is then in the one cycle, and then all of a sudden it's, like people were like, whoa, how did that happen? And then you're like, oh, this is how it happened. That's the thing, like, right? You look at Ohio, for instance, where I live here, and about 15 years ago, we were considered a swing state at that time, and now we are a hard red state that you got a bunch of Democrats now trying to fuck with our state and get out-of-state money from Bloomberg and company like that to try to screw with our elections now is what it is and create a 15-person unelected bureaucratic bunch of assholes as a so-called map-making process, which it works fine the way it is right now, dude. And the thing is too, right? If they really wanted to be different, then maybe, I don't know, don't have 2 ex-state Supreme Court justices as the lead fucking bitches that are pushing the shit, dude. And don't have all of your fucking funding come from a bunch of literal fucking pedophiles in Washington, D.C., bro. They're tied directly to Obama's ass. Like, maybe don't do that shit, honestly. Because that's what the 1630 Project is. That's exactly who's funding this fucking crap. Along with Bloomberg and Soros. It's like, yeah, dude, maybe don't use a bunch of fucking scumbag traitors to this nation that in some cases aren't even U.S. fucking citizens to bankroll your bullshit. Which the sad fact is it wouldn't even be a fucking issue at this point if people had done the right thing, which was quite literally a year ago and some change. If they had simply given us a 60% threshold in this state, like 42 other fucking states have in this nation, for to change our state constitution, it wouldn't be an issue then. We would have had the state constitution never be changing at this point because it would always be that 6% threshold needed. And the thing is, even this BS they're calling warrant now is what it is, would never even be at all on our ballot because it would be a situation there where they would have had to get every percent of voters. They would have to get a certain percent of voters, what it was, which is more than it is now right now, from all counties, not just half the counties. Because right now it's like only a certain percent from like half the counties. And it's like a much lower threshold is what it is to even get it on the ballot at all. And that's why I'm seriously like, hey, like Attorney General Dave Yost, do your fucking job and start investigating these Board of Elections people for even putting this crap on the ballot to begin with, dude, because obviously this is clearly voter fraud. It's clearly fucking unconstitutional to begin with. This crap should have never been on the ballot at all. And yet they're allowing it to remain on there is what it is. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it makes no sense at all to me. So yeah, it really is bothersome for sure because I'm not going to have my fucking state gerrymandered blue is what it is, dude, which is exactly what this crap would create what it is then. If it does pass. Like, there's no way I'm not going to sue at this point, dude. If this shit somehow, quote unquote, passes, which, again, like I said before, the only way I believe truthfully it would pass is if it's either a bunch of uninformed people go out and vote for it again, is what it is there, or potentially it would be, and I think this is what happened again now, it would be some bullshit where they confuse people so much so that they're like, okay, let me just vote this crap in then. Which, here's the truth of the matter, dude. If you're going to confuse a voter base, the go-to thing on that one should always be vote no on the thing. If you think it might even be just a little bit fucking shady, vote no. Like, that's the best option you can do right now, dude. And the thing is, too, if it's, here's the thing, if it's good enough to stand on its own morals down the road, bro, it'll come back again. It'll be re-put on the ballot again at some point down the road. But that's the thing. This piece of shit is not good enough to fucking stand on its morals because it's clearly unconstitutional what it is, dude. And that's exactly what they fucking know at this point. So yeah, don't give them the fucking free hit, dude. Fucking knock this shit out of the fucking park is what it is there. And vote no on this crap. It's like I talked to this old FUD gunner today is what it was. And this dude is all like, oh yeah, totally. We should totally vote yes on this thing. And it's like, the fuck are you talking about, Elmer? And you sit there and claim you're a gun rights advocate, bro? Like, go fuck yourself. Like, you're obviously not. Because if you were, you wouldn't be sitting there giving the fucking seat to Democrats, dude. And they're fucked up gerrymandering. So, I'm going to tell you guys the truth right now. What I see happening in the state if this crap passes and they actually do get it all the way through and stuff, what's going to happen is you're going to have 10 people that are lying-ass lobbyists that get elected onto, get selected onto this committee is what it would be. They can never be fired, by the way, except by the majority of the rest of the committee. So it's like a 14-person vote or something, is my understanding then. So what'll happen is you might have like 5 people that are actually Republicans that would be on this committee. And then you'd have 5 people that are clearly like lobbyist Democrats, most like Moms Human Action type stuff like that's what it is there. And then you'd have another 5 people that they're claiming are independents, but in reality are actually another 5 fucking Democrat lobbyists. And then it would be those people would now have the majority of the shit on there, can never be fired by anybody, can never be removed from the seats, etc. there. And it's like, why would you even allow any of that crap, dude? And of course, how did O'Connor, who is an ex-state Supreme Court justice, have this shit written on the fucking ballot? She had it written so that it would be ex-judges being the ones to elect these fucking people in there. Or I should say select the original, like, whatever it is, 10, 5, 10, whatever it is then. And then have those people do the other X amount of people, then is what it is then, dude. And it's like, that's not fucking shady as shit at all in that election, that quote-unquote selection process, dude. It's like, at that point, you might as well draw fucking 15 names out of a hat, bro. Like, that would be a better selection process, because at least then you're going to have, like, actually unbiased people at that point then. You know? Or hell, ask people to sign up is what it is then or something. Because shit, I'd sign up for that fucking thing, is what it is. And be like, yeah, I'm going to draw fucking fair districts. And it would literally be a thing that says, go fuck yourself, Democrats, on the entire fucking paper at that point. And we do some one county, one rep shit at that point then. It's like, you don't need 99 jackasses in the state house. Here's one district. There's another district, another district, another district. There's 88 districts, bro. Done. Let's do this. Be so easy, man. So fucking easy. Get my candies right now. Yeah, what are these? Spooktacular candies. For a spooktacular surprise. What was the actual code that people put out today? I was trying to see what it was labeled as, but it's in here at all for anybody's thing. I don't see anything right now on it. What is this? Oh, some dude was doing all of his things and showing off all of his medals and stuff. Like, that's cool, man, I guess. So, whatever. Whatever. So, yeah, we're about 10 minutes out right now. I'm going to go jump on Discord momentarily, and then I'm gonna see what the thing is here for the code real quick, and then we will see what the overall. So TOD looks like 0. It's either a 0 or an O. 5 GAZ. Okay. So let's see, it was TOD. CT. Sorry, TWD. I don't know if that's a 05 or it would be, I think it's an 05. 05. GAZ. So it's 500 rubies, 5 short ranges, 3 long ranges, which I think is the base you get for the Tails event. It's not terrible, though. I mean, it's still 3 long ranges I didn't have before this, so could have been way more. That would have been nice if it had been way more, but it's whatever. Something better than nothing, man. So, as it was on this, I ended up getting 6 different Eugene things from the grabs I just did. And 5 of them probably the same one of some kind. Check those right now. Yep, looks like 5 were 31s and 1 was a 34. Cool. So you got some 19s, some 22s, 25s, handful of 28s, a shitload of 31s, and then some 34s. So I don't know if anybody can carry 34s yet or not in this game, so that's why I'm going to hold on to those the longest then. Yep, 10 minutes. Sorry for your inconvenience. Yep, whatever, dude. Be doing my fucking thing, that's what it is. So doesn't bother me one bit, brother. Because I prepared for this shit already, is what it is. And I am ready. Freddy. I'll tell you who never really got a whole lot of play was the one chick in Angel that played Fred. Like, she was just kind of there for most of the series. I know that there is, I guess, Buffy, after it went off the air. I forget what comic company it was. I think maybe it was Dark Horse or somebody like that. It was Image, actually. It was one of the two, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That basically did a whole comic series based on Buffy the Vampire Slayer then. And it was like, because whatever season it ended on there, I think it was like season 9 or 10, whatever it was. And then they had like, it was like, I forget if it was like 10 or 11, and then it was like 12, etc. there for the seasons. In the comics, there's what it was, and it made like this whole weird ass thing, and it was like, it was a very, very weird like deal overall, because you had like a lot of other stuff happen after the fact there, and it was like, you basically had, obviously at that point, you know, for those who don't know, in the end of the Buffy series, you basically have Willow use her witch powers to essentially have all the potentials that are in Buffy's like sphere at that point. They basically turn them into full Slayers is what it is. And I'm still not sure how they pulled it off, but I guess it was able to somehow activate like their latent like superhuman abilities or something like that's what it was, or some shit. And so yeah, basically like allowed these people that were not like actual Slayers to become Slayers as it was then. And so what ends up happening is then later on you have in that comic, it's basically the US government versus some of the Slayers and shit. And it's like, because of course it would be. Of course it'd be the fucking US government, you know? Because it always is, dude. And of course they were siding with like the supervillain people at that point, like trying to like make it like a thing again or whatever it is. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. So, but yeah, I was just, from what I read of it, it just sounded like it was insane, basically. And then at some point, I guess, I don't know if Angel had died or what it was there, and then he got like resurrected as like this supervillain called Twilight or something, and it like that was like a whole mystery reveal at some point down the road. So that's a spoiler for everybody out there. There was like this dude that was all like uber evil and shit against Buffy, like the what do you call those things now? It's not the Chosen One. It would be the Big Bad. That's what it is. Like this for that specific season or whatever it was. The big bad of that season was like this dude named Twilight and shit, and that turned out it was actually Angel that was all like super powerful and like witchcrafted or something. Like that's what it was there or some shit. So just really really weird in general. And of course there was like another thing where like I guess Xander and Dawn ended up having some kind of marriage together, as what it was or some shit. And then you had. I'm trying to think who else now. There's a lot of other crazy shit too, for that matter. Got 91 in this account right now. That's cool. So we had some people leave. Let's see what happened here in the last little bit. Okay, so in the last, since yesterday, you had a bunch of various people leave this account, or this clan. Then you had some more people leave today, a few hours back now is what it is. I think they're going to jump ship is what it is then. And then we had, let's see, around that. Sorry, that was this morning. And then it was here in the last little bit now, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 come, and then one left after that. That was last night. And there was another one that came, so 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there was a second one that left, so it's plus 8 at this point. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And then there was a third guy that left. And then we had 2 more since then pick up. So, and it looks like Megan's at R5 in this clan again then. That's cool. Huh. And then apparently the one guy kicked out 3 people yesterday, who I think were going to leave anyway, is what it was. So that obviously happened. And we are about roughly 1 minute away from the shit happening here. Yep, there goes my 23 hours now. Yep, 23 hours, 28 minutes. Fuck yeah. So, got almost an entire day right now. Till 1 a.m. tomorrow. Almost. So, this fucking idiot's starting up, Jesus. Fucking people are trying to do their abandons while we literally are about to go into maintenance, dude. Like, are you fucking retarded people? Jesus Christ. So stupid. That being said, I guess there was some server news here as well. So let's go ahead and click off of this, and it's going to be starting maintenance then here in a minute or two. For the next few hours, I'm going to go to sleep here probably the next 10, 15 minutes or so, give or take. Because I am feeling tired. My head's really hurting now is what it is. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a screen share here real quick. Discuss this maintenance here, or the server news here, what it is for the thing. So let's see what it says for server news. Celebrate Halloween. Discord Triple Experience will be active for the next 3 days. Triple Experience will end on the 4th of November. Make most Triple Experience by being active in our server. Chat, play. Share the extra experience to reach your rewards as quickly as possible. I don't understand that at all. It doesn't make any sense, dude. It's weird. That really does nothing for me, is what that is. So, yeah. But like I said, going back to the game. So this is what they're going to be doing here during this maintenance currently. So the occupying of seasonal locations, aka comms and stuff. I assume this is also going to qualify for scamps too, but I'm not sure about that one because I think this is more just comms. But yeah, it's a occupied season location, which would be a comm. Will no longer lose its effect when adjacent territory has been lost. So basically, if somebody knocks out your bridge to the comm, is what it is then. Occupied season locations will add to the territory. Occupied season location will add to the territory, provide season prosperity, and the occupying clan can build expansion outposts adjacent to it. And then we got PvP rallies. We'll set up as soon as they're full now. And also give people a chance to randomly relocate if they're being targeted. So add a log that keeps track of handing out rewards, buffs, positions, added privileges by region chief specialist, added additional rewards for specialists, added mid-season and end-of-season rewards for clan officials in seasons 1 and 2, which would be obviously if you're an R5 or R4, whatever it is there. They'll get that stuff is what it is there. And then coalition officials in season 3 and beyond will get that stuff. And then we got the new chemistry group here of people, which would be inmate Tyrese, whose fragments are obtained by the daily milestone point chest and scavenge rush or by exchanging legendary survivor fragments. And like I said, if I'm right about this thing, it should be in the flashlight ones, not in the actual having to do the daily like pop the flashlights and go in there and do that stuff is what it is there. If that is the case, that'd be fucking awesome. That being said, it also sucks because then I lost out on like 2 or 3 of those fragmentation potentially with this one. If they do them right now is what it is then. It'd be nice if they just gave like 10 of them to begin with or something to people. That'd be sweet. And then we got Axel obtaining his fragments on the season rewards by exchanging legendary star fragments. And then Defender Maggie obtain her fragments by using long range transmissions and limited time pool in the broadcast station or by exchanging legendary survivor fragments. The other 3 together will create the chemistry group Fierce Defenders. And then we got adjusted daily points, the strongest survivor, day 1, season 3 and beyond. You can get points for assembling in the War Workshop. Day 1, Season X, you get points for assembling the War Workshop and for doing the specialization card things. Which, by the way, today was that day for the cards and stuff in the Scavenge Rush earlier today, and I totally used those to effect. Ended up in my secondary account, got, I think it was like 3 cards or something like that, maybe 4 cards even. The problem was that obviously only one of the cards was brand new. The other ones were all repeats, but that being said, it also did give me a chance to get a whole bunch of fragmentation then in the chemicals, and now my chemical one and that one is like, I think like 8 or 9 or something like that is what it is now, so that was cool. And then we got day 2, season 2 and beyond. You get points for grabbing in the junkyard and using long and short-term transmissions in the broadcast station. And then we got number 6, other optimizations, double the amount of research speed-ups and flasks in the rewards for killing walkers at the town walls, which would be, like I said earlier, we did this yesterday. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it would be 20 currently per thing, which now ups to 40 per thing. So instead of getting 60 a day, now you're getting 120 a day, which is actually very good for people trying to do their T10 tech still, because it allows you to have that much quicker stuff as what it is then, because, dude, it takes forever to gather that shit, honestly. We also got a function to claim all rewards in 1 click for Tales of Survival, which is good. That should have been there for a while now. Added achievements for star levels of survivors Glenn, Yumiko, and Michonne, which would be obviously paying to win and getting ahead on that one with more rubies and stuff. You can now send vehicle tokens and epic, legendary, and apex gifts. That is actually kind of cool. Except at the same time, it's like, what if I just want rubies and shit, dude? You know? And we got add a vehicle modification plan, grind truck to the burn truck, so you're just paying more money to win. By the way, each one of those plans, like, so you guys might remember I mentioned it here not long ago, how it's like 30,000 tokens to get like a burn truck or one of these other like pay to win trucks is what it is. So you're essentially paying $6,000, by the way, real cash to get that shit. And to get the vehicle modification plan for that, it's like another like 10 or 15,000 tokens or something like that, dude. So essentially you're spending another $2,000 or $3,000 then. So yeah, it's fucking psychotic is what it is, dude. Like it really is fucking insane. And then finally on the last part there, it says if a power rally or power garrison is unsuccessful, the rally whistle or garrison shield item and the daily power rally / garrison chance are returned. So you only can do that once a day, obviously. This does not apply if the power rally / garrison is disbanded by someone. So that is the big difference, obviously. But that is cool though that they, yeah, if it's like, yeah, you did this and then it didn't work, or whatever. It's like, yeah, here's your shit back then. Which is like, honestly, I've never bought neither one of those things, whether it be the garrison shield or the rally whistle, and it's because they're so expensive, dude. Like they're legit. Like I think it's like either 150 or 200. Yeah, it's either 150 or 200 clan points to get the shit, when I could easily spend that same amount on a 12-hour shield at 140 or a whole bunch of hour speed ups for 30k a piece is what it is then. So, or for 30 a piece is what it is then. So yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous what it is then. But anyway, yeah, crazy shit either way. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens with this whole thing, and I think it'll be very interesting to see, you know, what actually goes down and everything like that. And then, people making jokes about President Trump right now, because I guess after Biden called mega supporters garbage and stuff like that, Trump, Vivek, etc. went out there and started being garbage men for a day is what it is. And somebody here says it's nice to see Trump move up so quickly. 1 week working at McDonald's, and next week he is working as a garbage man, and next week the president. Fucking love it. Can't wait for this election to be over though, dude. I really hope he wins. Honestly, he has to at this point, because if he doesn't, we're fucked as a country. Like that's the God's honest truth right now. If they Dem steal it and stuff, dude, we are fucking done as a nation. So, like, we are so fucked at that point, dude. Of course, you got fucking retarded pieces of shit culturally appropriating comic characters. There was a chick in the comics who was white, and it was that idiot Megan Thee Stallion that was supposed to be portraying her ass. There's what it is, and it's like, yeah, way to fucking race change it, bitch. So, or you could just come up with your own shit, you dumb cunt. So that woman is serious fucking trash in this country, honestly, dude. That stupid ass wet ass pussy song, and then of course she's a fucking baby killer on top of all that. Then, so obviously I know this is supposed to be political chat or anything like that, but you know it always bleeds into that, unfortunately, now. Because even when I'm trying to talk about other stuff that's not politics, it comes back to politics sometimes, because it needs to be talked about sometimes. So, but anyway, but no, seriously though, to get back to actual on topic stream, here's what it is. Yeah, we just had the our maintenance start for the next few hours here, and in about 3 hours, give or take, it might be longer than that, depending on if they have to fix bugs and shit. So it could be up to like 5 or 6 hours, honestly, for the fuck I know. But yeah, my plan right now is I'm going to go to bed here momentarily. Going to set my alarm for probably about 4:15 to 4:30, someplace in there. get up and do the Survivor Challenge things, because it's obviously over 4 hours. You gotta do that stuff. So get up around that time, do that if I can. If it's already done, then if it's not done, I'll just go back to sleep for a while then until it is done. And then, around the time that maintenance is done, then I'll fucking get back up and do it. Then is what it is. So, but yeah, I'm super exhausted right now is what it is, and I don't feel well. So like I said, I'm gonna try to get some halfway decent sleep right now is what it is, and then from here we'll do what we need to do, and yeah, pretty much just go and hope for the best when it comes to maintenance, and then sometime probably tomorrow I will end up having to do some stuff is what it is then, and then obviously Friday for sure, because like Friday, Saturday, because we'll be doing a bunch of moving and stuff around the house as what it is then, so hopefully we'll be able to play as much as I need to, but I don't know, man. It's only time will tell right now, but anyway. Because sometimes you got to grind on there and stuff. And as it was, I missed out on doing all my daily reset stuff yesterday for the some extra points and things like that for the carnivores things. That's the problem with the 500 things. As soon as you get back to 500 milk, it just stops what you calling at that point. So you got to like burn off some of that stuff to get it to go back and start timing up again back to the 500 is what it is there, which if you burn it all the way down, I believe it is around 25-ish hours that it takes to reset from zero, basically. So it might be 26 hours actually, but I know it's at least a little over a day anyway. So anyway, but yeah, on that note, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, because I am literally about to pass out, and on camera here's what it is. So I will go do that right now, and like I said, get up in a few hours and hopefully be able to update the game pretty easily, and then go and play the game is what it'll be then. So in fact, I may just go right now, open the motherfucker up again and see if I can't at least update right now, because I know sometimes they have when we did that in the past when that comes to the PC version. So now it's just telling me to play right now. Let's see what happens when I try to log in here. I assume it started maintenance. Yep, okay. Okay, servers are currently under maintenance, in which the last 180 minutes. Once the maintenance is concluded, the compensation of 600 rubies will be sent to all players. Maintenance duration is subject to changes. If maintenance duration is extended, rupee compensation will be increased accordingly, and then it talks about all the shit that's there is what it is. So yeah, hopefully that'll be the case then, if that'll be the case then. So but yeah, like I said, my plan right now is going to be go take roughly about a 3-hour nap or so, and get up later and play the game after I take a nice little respite here for the first time in at least a few days anyway. So I saw the crazy ass gun that was saying 7 should avoid box. This looks like this crazy ass, like, what the fuck is this? It's almost like an AR that's like a railgun or something. It's weird shit, honestly. Let's see what they're saying here for these. So we got Derringers, that's pretty much a given. Subcompact 1911s. Taurus Judge and its variants. Well, that's meh. Okay, fuck you, people. Budget AR-15s. You can eat a dick on that one, bro. Like, most people have budget ARs, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, you can eat a dick on that one, people. Pistol caliber carbines. Yeah, this whoever wrote this list is an anti-gun sack of shit, honestly, dude. And it's talking about some kind of Winchester shotgun, and then it was okay. It was some kind of crazy bullpup shotgun. Was that thing that looked like a railgun? The UTS 15 bullpup shotgun. I don't know how the fuck that thing functions. Like, I'm trying to figure out how the hell you even load that thing. Like, it looks like a really jacked ass AR is what it is, dude. So, yeah, it looks super fucking weird. Yeah. Very strange. But yeah, anybody that says don't buy a budget AR, you can go eat a dick, man. Like, what do you think people have in this country, dude? All of us have fucking budget ARs for the most part. Like, I'm not going to sit there and blow, Daniel Defense money AR. Or even what fucking, like, Smith & Wesson or Ruger or something wants for the ARs now is what it is. No, I'm going to go to, like, place like PSA or Delta Team Tactical or something like that and get it for, like, half the fucking price these assholes are charging. And yes, it will be sub 800 muffins at that point, motherfuckers. It'll be about half of that, honestly, at most. And that's with everything included on that. That includes the flip-up sights. That includes the potential little small dot. Maybe not quite the dot, because I think that'd be a little bit more expensive. But, yeah, like, for that kind of money, though, for that, around maybe about 500 muffins, honestly, it would be, you could do, like, a nice little dot on there. You could do your sling. You can have, what else? Your flip-up irons, et cetera, there, and it would all be like a decent budget, too, for that matter. And it'd be a decent gun, too, for that matter. So, like, yeah, you don't have to break the fucking bank to protect yourself and your family, dude, is what it is, because there's a lot of quote-unquote budget guns like that are quality stuff. It's not, this isn't like back in the fucking day when you had, what was it now? Yeah, it wasn't like back in the fucking day when you had like two companies making AR-15s or whatever, and then it was like the cheapest you can get in the damn things would be like, like a G basically. And no, now it's like a whole thing where it's, you can get any of those kind of guns for like a little decent quality firearm for not a ton of money. So for people to sit there and shit talk, budget quality stuff like that, they can go eat a dick, honestly, dude. Well, this is nice. Yeah, based mom shuts down single issue abortion voter live on News Nation. That's fucking great. I gotta watch that one later. I'll post that shit to the Discords later. So, anyway, as it should be. Because, like, I never understood that with the whole voting process in this country, dude. Like, who the fuck votes on a single issue, man? Like, that's the thing, right? Like, there are so many issues that are plaguing this country right now, and you're gonna choose that one dumbass motherfucking issue where you're literally killing kids in the womb as your go-to thing. Go fuck yourself, cunt. Like, that's the problem with this country, dude, is what it is. Like, at least choose something good, Like, our economy is shit. Inflation is out of fucking control, dude. Like, I don't know, maybe I want cheaper groceries, so I'm gonna vote this way instead of that way, Like, at least if that's your single issue, I can totally get behind that, obviously. So, but yeah, sit there and be like, oh, I'm just like, no, dude, there's not only that, but especially if you have kids already, is what it is, man. Like how hard it is to raise kids now is what it is, man. How much money it costs to raise kids because of these fucking Democrats is what it is, bro. So, yeah, it's just retarded is what it is, man. So, anyway. Sorry for turning this into a political chat because it's not supposed to be, obviously, but, unfortunately, that's the problem when I go more than like 15 minutes on these things is what it is, because eventually it will turn into shit like this after like the first like 20 minutes or so when I'm out of shit to talk about with the game itself. That's what it is. So I wish I could kind of turn off the political side of my brain when I'm doing these chats, but unfortunately I cannot because it's always active is what it is there, and it's kind of goes back to the autism and stuff like that. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, needless to say, so we're in maintenance right now. That'll be done here in should be about 3-ish hours, give or take. Maybe just under that, maybe just over that, depending on if it goes longer than that or not. And yeah, it'll be a whole new ball game at that point. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully they will release the Tyrese fragments early, and we can just get them in this scavenger rush for the next couple of days. Then that'd be sweet. And we just have it be something where you can't actually, access them until the actual event starts as it is then. That's how they should technically do it. It should just be something where you can gather them. You just can't create it until like the 4th or something. That's what it is when it's actually like an active participant in the game or something like that then. So I highly doubt they'll do it like that. They'll probably just be like, oh yeah, you can do it now or whatever, but it's like after this and it's going to be like the next go around instead of this go around kind of thing is what it is there. So it's whatever, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though, when it comes to the end of season rewards, if they do put Axel in that run or not right now, because for the what do you call those things now? What am I saying now? Actually, no, I think about that. I just realized that now. I am fucking retarded, I believe. Because I just thought about what, because I was thinking it was like this, like it would be the rewards that you get throughout like the thing that you use for the silver tokens and stuff for. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what they're considering to be the end of season or the end of season rewards. I think what it would be is it wouldn't be till next season then, and it would be when the final rankings are going in the seasons and stuff. That's when you get the Axels and that thing, like how they have Negans in there now is what it is for like, as long as you go like 1, 2, 3 is what it is there. I think what they're going to do is they're going to put Axel fragments in there. Then is what it'll be in those boxes instead of Negans is what it is. Like automatically you get then. So yeah, that's actually even worse if that be the case. Then if they don't do it on the thing, then they just do it on that way is what it is there because it's like, so that means you would have to rank up like a pretty decent amount then. Within the season or so, whether it be 1 or 2, then if that be the case, to get enough Negan fragments to actually unlock, or not Negan fragments, you have to have Axel fragments to actually unlock Axel to begin with. Then, because I assume when they're saying with the universal fragments and stuff like that, it's not something where you can do it immediately with that. Is what it is. It would be something where you have to have that initial 50 is what it is to unlock the character to begin with, and then after that would be the actual universal fragmentation to be able to level them out. That's what it is. So, because I know with every other character, that's how it's always been. It's never been something where like Ruthless Negan, I can never sit there and do like Ruthless Negan with like, universal fragmentation and stuff like that as like part of the 50 is what it is. I would always have to have 50 Ruthless Negan fragments, have to have 50 Cold Arms to White fragments so it is there. Like it was never something where I could like substitute in universal frags for those things. And it wasn't until after they were created that you could then do the swaps where it was a 5-for-1. Universal frags per, 1 Called Arms to White fragment or one Ruthless Negan fragment or 1 Vengeful Governor fragment kind of thing is what it is there. Or 5-for-1 in the Pamela's now is what it is. Which to me is such bullshit, dude, because it's like I could see a 2-for-1, maybe a 3-for-1, but 5-for-1? Like, come on, man. And that's exactly why you can get some characters so much higher, whether it be governor or whatever the case is there, like the regular governor, or like your main 12, like your alpha, your beta, your Lydia, etc. there, in that way, whereas you cannot get stuff like Sniper Andrea, Seasoned Rick, Teenager Carl, etc. It's why you cannot get those guys up as high as quickly because if you're using the universal fragments, it's going to be a 5-for-1 frag exchange at that point, and it's not even worth it then, dude, because you could literally be using those 5 fragments to level up other characters and have much better formations with those guys versus if you're putting them towards Rick or Carl or whatever it is there, dude. It's like, yeah, you might have like a level 40 Carl, a level 50 Rick, whatever it is there for Season Rick. Meanwhile, you could have like a level 9 fucking Militia Rick or something like that at the same time then. So, yeah, it's just stupid, honestly. So yeah, it really should be like a 1-for-1 exchange, or at most I would say a 2-for-1 exchange is what it is there. So like it's one thing I wish they would do away with is the bullshit 5-for-1 crap, because if they really were truthfully honest about having like transparency with the players and stuff like that, and wanted people to do better in the game is what it is there, and not have to pay an arm and a leg to get ahead is what it is, then you'd give me the opportunity to be able to do that stuff. And that would mean, if I have a single fragment or I have 2 fragments, whatever it is there, I can at least get 1 or 2, of these dudes' fragmentation, that's what it is, in that exchange. And if nothing else, then I can actually level those guys out a little bit then. Because I would love to play with Season Rick or Teenager Carl and stuff like that in a formation, but the problem is I can't ever get the fucking frags for them, is what it is. Or at minimum, if they, like, that's another thing too as well. If they did because there's one particular broadcast station in there for that event, and it's basically, or for those particular fragmentations, what it is now, and it is specifically the one that has Magna's likeness on it. There's what it is. But the problem with that is every other one besides that one and besides the advanced ones, because there's two of them there. There's like the regular one, there's the advanced one for that. With the exception of those two, every other broadcast station in this game allows you to, after 10 pulls, be guaranteed something. Neither one of those two allows that, dude. So I could sit there and do 20, 30, 40, 50 pulls of, whatever at that point, and it could literally be nothing, honestly. It could be, like, obviously I get their stuff. It would be, potentially like combat experience, or it'd be maybe like some long ranges, or not long ranges. It would be some epic fragments or some, legendary universal fragments, etc. there. Some gold hats, some, purple hats, whatever it is there. But I could end up with no fragmentation of any kind of any of the characters then. Or at the same time, I could do 50 pulls and I maybe get, 5, 6 fucking sets of frags there at that point for various characters. Maybe it's 5 Magnas here or 5 Dwights there, or whatever the case be. Or maybe a 5 set of Ricks or a 5 set of Carls, or whatever the case be. But it's so random and it takes so much to get there, dude. It's not worth it. Because I've done things before where I've tried that shit with like 100 pulls before, just to see if it was any good or not. And I think I ended up with either it was like 2 sets of fragments in there, or it was like none at all. And I was super pissed. And that's what it was, dude, because I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. And yeah, when I'm putting down 100 fucking, long ranges towards that, and you're giving me nothing back, dude, when I could have taken that same 100 fucking things and put it towards the one next to it and been guaranteed at least 10 sets of fucking fragments at that point for one of the 12 characters is what it is then for the main ones. Yeah, I want to go with that for every single time. That's what it is, dude. Why would I ever waste my fucking fragmentation on this thing? What, to get a bunch of fucking medals and shit? Where that's the worst part too as well. Like, meanwhile, on the advanced fragment 3 thing, you actually have the chance of getting 15 combat medals. On the one with Magna and those guys in it, it's fucking 5. Like, it's a literal fucking slap in the face is what it is, dude. So, anyway. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day because, like I said, I am thoroughly, thoroughly exhausted. I know at some point today I'm going to probably get some groceries in that I'm going to have to pick up and move into different places and stuff. Thankfully, it seems like I have run so much out of food right now that my freezer is empty enough to where I think most of it's going to go up here. I don't think there's really much need to be taken down to the deep freeze at all, but if there is, it might be like 1 or 2 pizzas or something that I'll be getting them today or something like that is what it is or something. But I'm not sure. I think there's enough space in the freezer right now up top here to accommodate for all the stuff I had ordered that would be various frozen things, I believe, anyway. I think. I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to physically remember now. Because I got... Yeah, I believe it would be enough to cover everything then. Pretty sure anyway. Because it'd be a bunch of frozen dinners and then some frozen pizzas. A couple more things of hash browns. Yeah, it should be enough. I think it should be enough. So anyway, but yeah, either way, it is what it is. So on that note, like I said, I will call it a day, and hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Sorry about all the political talk during this hour and a half, but again, we are so close to the election, dude. It's got to be warranted at that point just to talk about it, because it doesn't matter if it's supposed to be a gaming stream or not. I think because even in gaming streams, people get into political talk and stuff every so often is what it is there, dude. Like, obviously they'll talk about most of the game or be playing the game when they're talking about political shit over there. But yeah, like eventually it's going to be something like that's what it'll be. So if you don't like it, don't watch, is the way I'll say on that one. So I'll try to keep more on topic, and I'm going to try to keep these down to maybe like a half hour at most, if even that long. Because if it's something where it's not going to be like a huge thing, it'll just be like the update or whatever, then we'll discuss things. And like I said, later on today, I will pull those little candies they gave me for the things what it is there. See if those are anything cool. I'm hoping if those aren't like actual fragmentations of stuff, it'd be cool if each one of those is like 5 frags or something. That'd be fucking sweet, dude. But if it's not going to be that, it'd be cool if it was like a couple thousand rubies, or like I said, a few long ranges or something, like not a few long ranges, but like a few dozen long ranges would be then or something. That'd be fucking sweet. So like knowing the fucking game, that'll just be like a bunch of like random bullshit or something. It's like, oh yeah, here you go, whatever. Actually, what would be cool is if it was, because if they're going to do like a Lucille game or something pretty soon, if it was just like those things, but it just had like 30 fucking Lucille game grabs or something in there, that'd be fucking sweet. So, or like even just like 5 apiece or whatever, then and it'd be like 25 grabs or something for like a future game. That's what it is. Or maybe like a shitload of if they were going to do like bingo or something, it'd be like 20 cards or something like that. That's what it'd be then for free or something. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, who knows? It'd be sweet if it was those things. I highly doubt it will be, though. Knowing the game, it'll probably be either like some kind of speed ups or maybe a little bit of rubies or something like that at most. Or it would be, most likely like some short ranges or maybe a couple of keys or some long ranges or something, maybe at most. Like, I don't think it'll be like a ton of shit, though. So, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to open up all of them at once. I'll do like, legit, like one at a time as it is there, just to see what I get out of the candies then. So, but yeah, it would actually be pretty cool if it was like some of the new fragments then or something then. That'd be fucking sweet. But who knows, man. So anyway, but yeah, well, I'll do that in about probably 4 to 5 hours is my guess, give or take. So, but until later, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay safe. All that good stuff. And come back for the next one. I don't know if we'll be on Muffin Top's chat tomorrow night or not, or I might just do my own for a little bit, because I know Matt said he wasn't going to do anything. At the same time, I should probably be just working at this point to try to pack stuff up tomorrow afternoon or something. That's what it'll be. So anyway, but yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one later.